Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll dive into the exciting world of augmented reality, AR, with Vuforia, one of the leading AR platforms available today. We'll be using Java to integrate Vuforia into our applications. This tutorial is aimed at developers who are familiar with Java and are looking to expand their skills into the realm of AR. So, let's get started. First, let's go over what Vuforia is and how it works. Vuforia is a software platform that allows developers to create AR applications. It can recognize and track images and objects, allowing virtual content to interact with the real world around us. We'll be integrating Vuforia into a Java-based application, so we need to set up our environment first. Before we proceed, make sure you have the following prerequisites. 1. Java Development Kit, JDK, installed on your system. 2. Android Studio, as we will be targeting Android devices. 3. A Vuforia developer account to access the SDK and obtain the license key. Let's start by downloading the Vuforia SDK. Go to the Vuforia developer portal and sign in or create an account. Once you're logged in, navigate to the download section and select the Vuforia SDK for Windows or Mac, depending on your operating system. Download the package and extract its contents to a convenient location on your computer. Next, open Android Studio and create a new project. Select Empty Activity and name your project. For example, Vuforia Integration. Ensure that you select Java as the programming language. Now, let's prepare our project for Vuforia integration. In your project, we'll need to add the Vuforia SDK as a dependency. Open the build.gradle file located under App and add the following lines in the dependencies section. This ensures that our project can reference Vuforia capabilities. Sync the project after adding the dependency. This may take a few moments, depending on your internet connection. Once the sync is complete, we need to include the Vuforia SDK license key. You can get your license key from the Vuforia developer portal under the License Manager. To add the license key, go to your project's Android manifest.xml file and include the following metadata within the application tag. This will allow Vuforia to access the license key at runtime. Now that we have the setup ready, let's implement a basic camera view that utilizes Vuforia for image recognition. We'll use the Vuforia application class, which acts as the entry point for our augmented reality environment. Create a new Java class named AR Activity. In this class, we'll set up the Vuforia configuration and start the camera. To do this, we need to implement the onInitARDone method, which will be triggered once Vuforia has initialized successfully. Here we will set up the camera and handle the rendering of AR content. Next, we will need to configure the AR scene. Create a method called loadTrackables within AR Activity. This method is responsible for loading the image targets that Vuforia will recognize. For now, we will keep it simple and load a predefined image target. In loadTrackables, you can implement image recognition by utilizing Vuforia's dataset class. This will allow us to manage our defined trackable assets. Ensure you've prepared an image target in the Vuforia Target Manager before attempting to use it in this project. Once we have our trackables ready, we can hook our Vuforia rendering process into the Android lifecycle methods. Override the onResume, onPause, and onDestroy methods in AR Activity to manage the Vuforia lifecycle effectively. Here's the method to initialize Vuforia in the context of our Java activity. Make sure to implement exception handling to manage any potential errors during initialization. Now that we have our basic AR setup, let's add some image target recognition functionality. To do this, implement a method called onVuforiaUpdate. This method is triggered continuously and allows us to process the recognized targets each frame. In onVuforiaUpdate, we will check for the detected targets, and if they exist, we will create visual feedback in our AR space to acknowledge recognition. This could manifest as displaying a 3D model or simply changing an image on the screen. Build and run your application on an Android device. Ensure that any target images you defined in the Vuforia Target Manager are printed out or viewable in the real world so that you can test the recognition. Once you run your application, point the device camera towards the target image. You should observe Vuforia recognizing the image and possibly rendering some AR content according to your implementation. This is where the magic of augmented reality turns your development efforts into a visual experience. Now that we've set up basic AR functionality with Vuforia and Java, there are numerous paths you can take to further enhance your application. You can explore adding more complex models, gestures, or animations. Vuforia also allows for multiple image targets to be loaded at once, which can lead to richer experiences. To ensure a successful output and proper management of resources, it's a good practice to implement cleanup in your activity. This means deactivating datasets and releasing the camera during the on-destroy method. As we wrap up this tutorial, consider diving deeper into the Vuforia documentation for advanced features like cloud recognition, object recognition, and more. By mastering these tools, you can create even more sophisticated augmented reality experiences. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for more tutorials on Java and augmented reality. Leave any questions or comments down below. We love to hear from you. Happy coding, and see you in the next video.